I know a lot of you have been waiting for this video. I've gotten a lot of questions recently asking when this is up. I am so sorry that it took me so long to post. Obviously, a lot of things have been going on recently, and I did mention how I was taking a week off of YouTube just out of respect for everything. It just didn't seem right to post this, but I don't want to keep you waiting any longer, so I'm so happy to finally be sitting down and filming my OnlyFans Q&A. About a month ago, I asked you guys to leave some questions about OnlyFans, anything from like my experience, my thoughts on it, to anything that you might need help with. I received a lot of great questions, so I'm super excited to finally be talking about these issues or just curiosities with you. Before we get started though, I did want to make a very special announcement that I've been holding on for months. Like, I'm so excited to finally say this, but I have a new merch line. Not going to lie, it might be my favorite. I'm actually wearing an example of it right now. It says, if you got it, monetize it. And it's so cute. It has little stars, and then for the dots on some of the eyes, it has a star as well. You may recognize this because in my, what I thought would be my last video, and then I ended up giving you guys a video last week because of, you know, the jumble of what's going on. But you may recognize this because in my summer bikini try-on haul and giveaway video, I actually wore this in white as a little teaser for what I thought would be my merch drop the following week, and then everything kind of just happened and we ended up here, but that's okay. I wanted to make this merch collection because 2020 has really been just a year of making my own opportunity. You know, I knew I wanted to just go for it this year, and instead of waiting around for opportunities to come to me, it hit me that I just have to go make my own, you know? This ties in really well with OnlyFans because for me, OnlyFans was really me just making my own opportunity. I had it, so I was gonna monetize it, if that makes any sense. This can go beyond OnlyFans though too. You know, if you have a passion for something, go for it, and I swear the success, the money, it will follow. If you have a drive for writing and you want to start a blog, go for it. You know, if you got it, monetize it. For me specifically too, it was my podcast. I had so many topics on dating and breaking up, just love life in general, that I just really needed to vent about for over an hour. So I just kept telling myself, like, go for it, you know, you got this, monetize it. So I went with it with my podcast. I firmly believe that the money is out there. If you need money, it's out there. And I've read a lot of books recently on business and self-help, motivation, manifesting. If you put in the work, manifest, pray about it, put in the work, put in the dedication, put in the passion, think about what you have and monetize it. So for a lot of people on this topic, that would be OnlyFans. And if you got it, girl or boy, freaking monetize it. So that is what this merch line is all about. If you got it, monetize it. So even though OnlyFans kind of inspired this, as well as my 2020 like motivation with just going for it and making my own opportunity, just know that this can go beyond OnlyFans and social media. If you want to get your realtor's license and you have the salesman mentality to do business, go for it, monetize it, make your money. So I just really wanted to make this all about making your own opportunity. That being said, this is the light pink example of the classic hoodie. It is so soft, you guys. I ordered a lot of examples to show you. So this is the classic hoodie. It's also available in a ton of other colors, so definitely check it out. I also went ahead and ordered an example of what the premium hoodie is like, and I got it in I think like a size medium. This is the black color. I really love the black look of this because the colors just show up so well. I love the premium hoodie. It is, again, so soft, but the outside material is really soft as well, and it has white strings instead of the colored string. So yeah, just a preference if you want, but this is another example. I really love this one. You can get this in t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, and then also crew necks as well. I got a gray crew neck. This is kind of what it looks like on a gray crew neck hoodie, or not hoodie, but like sweatshirt. I really, really like this. And then, as you know, because I wore it in my other video as like a sneak peek, I really hoped that someone would comment like, where'd you get your shirt? No one did. That's okay. But this is the example of what the white one looks like, which I wore. I love the way the colors show up on the white sweatshirt as well. Obviously, with the white, you can't see the stars, so it is a bit more of like a minimal example. But if you're not a fan of the stars on it, definitely go for a white of the t-shirt, long sleeve shirt, crew neck, hoodie. Lots of options. Not only that, but I also have stickers and other accessories on my merch store of this new merchandise, including phone cases. So I went ahead and chose 3 examples of the many colors that this phone case comes in. I think it is so cute. I made sure that a lot of pastel colors were available because I think the font and the colors show up so well against like pastels. So I know the camera is really exposed, but this is a light blue, kind of like periwinkle, and this is a light purple lavender example. If you got it, monetize it. I love it on the phone case because it's horizontal and it's just so freaking cute. And then I also ordered this light yellow example. I will say it does look very, very light. Still really cute. It's just like an off-white, really light yellow. So this is what that one looks like. And then the purple one and the blue one. Highly recommend just checking out my merchandise because I have a lot more colors and like merch available. So yeah, this is my merch line and I'm so excited. I hope that you love it. Please go like check it out. Support me if you can. Obviously, I have a discount code for you guys. So if you want 20% off of your order, just use the promo OnlyFans to show that you're part of the OnlyFans family or that you just found the merch through this video and you'll get 20% off. So go check it out, and then if you buy it, don't forget to post it and I'll reshare. And I'm just really excited. I just like freaking love it so much. I'm actually going to order more. I want to get this in like a size large and maybe some more colored phone cases and stickers. I'm so excited that that's finally out there. I designed this in quarantine like back in March. It's just such a great feeling when your baby is like out there in the world. That's all I wanted to say. But before we get into the questions, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up because it does help. Comment down below and then make sure that you're subscribed and have the bell turned on because I shout out the first comment on my social media. So be sure to be following me on Instagram and Snapchat. With all that being said though, I've got all the questions here on my phone. I asked you guys on my last OnlyFans video to leave questions, and then I also asked you on Instagram for some questions, and I'm really, really excited to just be really honest. I'm not gonna hold back. We're just gonna spill all the tea. But let's get started. Do you think OnlyFans is for explicit content only? No, I think OnlyFans is known for their explicit content the most, and I think a lot of people that do that have great success on it. That's kind of probably what it was like built for, but I don't think it's specific to just that. You can definitely be successful without posting explicit content. I know, as an example, I kind of do like a mix of content, but for the most part it's like not. But I know people that don't do explicit and are successful, so it's not strictly for a specific type of content. A lot of people have asked questions about taxes. How do you figure them out? How do you pay for taxes? Do they take out taxes? Do they send you something for taxes? Honestly, it's super easy. I know if you've never done like self-employment, it may seem complicated, but basically when you sign up for, oh my God, Luna, can you just get down? When you sign up for OnlyFans, they'll just have you fill out what I believe is a W-9. I can't really remember, but the one that's meant for self-employment. They're not taxing your income as you're receiving it, but during tax season, you'll receive a 1099 miscellaneous income that will explain everything about taxes. So when you do your taxes, you fill in what they want from that sheet, they see how much you've made in total, and then you end up paying your taxes all at once during tax season. Sometimes it's a lot of money, so make sure that you're saving about 30% of your income for taxes. Don't forget though that you can also write things off of your taxes. So with OnlyFans, you could probably write off your internet, any type of clothing that you use to make money on there. It's just like YouTube for me, where like YouTube doesn't take out taxes, I just have to pay taxes. And I think anyone that's kind of self-employed is in that same boat. So hope that answers your question. Are you worried about people saving your content? Not really. As a creator on OnlyFans, like something that I've known from the beginning is that that may happen. And I just had always had to have a conversation with myself about if I'm okay with that happening. Everything that I post, I have to keep that in the back of my mind that this might get out there. So I'm very, very like conscious about that. Obviously it is always a worry, but it kind of keeps me in check too with what I'm posting, because I have to ask myself like, hey, if this goes out there, like how will you feel? Do you think you'll receive as much money if you don't show your face? I don't know about like as much as like other people that show their face, but I don't think you need to show your face to be successful, because I don't think people are subscribing for your face. I know a handful of girls that stay anonymous and keep their face hidden and do just as well. How much do you make a week on OnlyFans? It really depends. So I've been doing OnlyFans for 6 months now. I started in January and it's now June. Every single month I make a different amount. The last 2 months I've made almost $8,000. Right now it's June 10th and I've made $2,500 so far in June. So that's like a third of the month. So 2, 4, 6, 8. If I stay at this rate, that's like 8,000. But when I was first starting out, I only made like 1,400 one month, then I made 3,000 one month, and then I made 7,000, almost 8,000, and I don't know. So sorry, that's not really a specific answer, but it just varies. Some people asked what my parents think of me doing OnlyFans, or if I told my family I was doing it and what do they know and what do they think. I did not tell my family, but they found out. I won't get too much into it. Obviously, like, they know about my YouTube channel and Instagram, and I've been talking about it on there, so I know it's public knowledge and they could easily figure it out. I have a handful of teenagers in my immediate and extended family that are pretty knowledgeable of the internet and trends and what's going on, so another family member did end up telling my immediate family and my parents, and they assumed the worst. Basically, I got called out for doing porn, which I don't do. So that was a really fun conversation to have. Obviously, like, no one's parents are going to be happy, I think, if your child is making money off of their body online, but I'm an adult. I'm going to make my own decisions. I understand the consequences. I honestly just told my parents how much I was making and told them to focus on how much I'm paying off on my student loans and my car loan and just debt in general. So I just have them kind of focus on like how financially stable and independent I've become and how I have limits for myself on what I'm posting. Obviously, they're not happy about it, but they are happy that I am successful, if that makes any sense. So we don't really talk about it a lot. They know that I do it, and that's that. Kind of on topic of that question, someone asked, were you nervous about your family finding out? I was definitely nervous because I did not want to have that uncomfortable conversation, and I didn't know how far my family would like investigate to see what I was doing. It's not really something you'd like want your family to be looking at. I'm glad that it's all out in the open now. It was never something that I wanted to keep like a secret. I just wasn't voluntarily being like, hey mom, guess what I'm doing today? So have you had any creepy messages or experiences? Nothing too specific, but there are definitely like creeps on there, I guess. So far they've all been innocent. I don't know, you can just kind of tell when someone's being a little creepy, so I just don't give them too much attention. Luckily, OnlyFans has great preferences for that, where you can block someone, restrict someone, delete someone, so there are a lot of options for that. Oh, I like this next one. Do you feel uncomfortable doing it? Not in the beginning. In the beginning, it was like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever. Like, it's so easy, you can make so much money. Like, I can't believe it's all right here. I just snap a pic and boom, instant like money. Now, sometimes if I have to force a post, like, oh, I have to post today on OnlyFans and I don't have any content, so then I take some. I don't know, it kind of depends. I don't think I would consider myself feeling like uncomfortable, but it has a different feeling now than it did in the beginning. I guess to kind of flip the question, I'm not uncomfortable doing it. I just don't feel as comfortable as I did in the beginning. And maybe that's because it's become so much larger of an audience and like a lot of people have found out, but at the same time, like, I don't really care. Kind of going off of that question, do you enjoy it? Does it make you feel empowered and sexy? Is it a celebration of your body? 100% yes. This was kind of like the foundation of it at the beginning, because like, I've always believed in the beauty of the female body. I think it's so beautiful. It should be celebrated. Like, you should not be ashamed of your body. It is so empowering. Like, I don't see anything bad about the body, and especially in like art, like in art culture and art history, we celebrate the female body through various eras of art, dating all the way back to like votives, to modern art history, and just all of these beautiful portraits of women and the goddess of Venus, you know. It was never seen as something bad until more recently, like within the last couple hundred years. So I think it is a huge celebration. I love it. In fact, I have a little necklace on right now. If you look very closely, there is a dancing female goddess. Yeah, the female body is beautiful. It should be celebrated. Own it. If you got it, own it. If you got it, monetize it. How do you go about getting a bigger OnlyFans account to shout you out / promote you? First of all, you can always contact me. I love shouting girls out. I do OnlyFans shoutouts on my OnlyFans feed Mondays through Fridays every single week, so you can always DM me for a promo and we can get that started. But also just promote, you know, Reddit, Twitter, wherever you can, promote. This one's funny. How does your boyfriend feel about you having one? Well, I think he feels pretty great considering I don't have one anymore. But when I did have a boyfriend and I started OnlyFans, he was always very supportive. In fact, I've gotten a few questions asking like how I told my boyfriend. The way I told my ex-boyfriend, I brought it up before I even started. I mentioned how I discovered the site OnlyFans, where you can set a subscription rate and make money and post whatever you want and people will buy your content. Before I even mentioned how I wanted to do it, he responded with, have you made one? Like, you should go for it. So we did have that conversation conversation, and from the beginning he was always supportive, and I told him that whatever I posted, I would just send him a copy of that photo as well, so he would know what's up, and that's kind of how it always was. It wasn't an issue when we broke up. Our breakup had to do a lot, I mean, if you want the tea, it had to do a lot more with our previous breakups and kind of the bigger obstacles in our relationship. I was really lucky though that he was supportive, but now not having a boyfriend, I don't even have to worry about it. So a few people have been asking how you put prices on like the posts in your feed, so people have to pay per post. I think you can only do this if your subscription rate is free, so then people subscribe for free and just pay for the posts. I don't set up my account like that. I also got a few questions asking which one is better, if you have a subscription rate or if you have a free subscription and you pay for posts. I don't know because I haven't done both, and I know some girls that, you know, believe a free subscription works better and they make more doing that, and then people pay per posts. I know girls, including myself, that have it set to a subscription rate and it works out just fine. Maybe tweak with that a little bit and figure out what works best for your audience and your content, but it is something to consider. I think it's easier to gain fans if your subscription rate is free in the beginning and then they just pay per photo, so something to try out if you're just starting. How did you decide your rates / know your value? Knowing your worth or your value in OnlyFans is so crucial, especially when you're getting started. I know in my first video, I had no idea what to set my price at, what my worth was on OnlyFans. I think I set it too high in the beginning, but you know, I found my groove and I found what works well. I think $10 to $15 for a subscription rate is good in the beginning. I know some girls that have a super low subscription rate and then they just do it through like bulk, so like because it's only $3, they might have like 1,000 fans. There you have $3,000. But I think it just takes time, practice, and you figure it out as you go. Oh, can fans screenshot your photos? Yes. You do have a watermark when you post, but it's very possible for people to screenshot it, so just keep that in mind. This next one I've gotten for months, and I've tried so hard to explain it. I get it in my videos all the time, and I'm just going to show you guys because I'm so confused by what ended up happening with this. But a lot of people are asking how to set your profile to show the captions of posts but hide the posts from people that are not subscribed, because in one of my OnlyFans videos I had this as a tip to set your profile like this so that people are more inclined to subscribe to you. I am going to show you my settings, because in my settings, you go to settings, you go to the security tab, and there's a little option that says fully hidden profile that you want to turn off. I screenshotted this, I've sent it to some girls that have asked, and then they've sent me their settings, and this option isn't there. So I think OnlyFans took it away, to be honest. If you opened your OnlyFans account a while back, it might still be there, but if you just started, I think it's gone. It is so weird. I don't know why they did this, but it's no longer an option, and I'm so sorry to those that I've told to do this, and then you can't even do it. Okay, I really like this question. Can you get away from not forming an actual relationship with these people? Like messaging someone every day and make it seem like a relationship? Some people answered and said not really. I'm going to actually say you can. I personally keep my OnlyFans messages strictly business. You know, I talk to them on there, but that's it. Obviously, I see some of them on my Instagram, and I hate having cats sometimes. Hey! Hey! No! Marnie learned how to open my storage drawers behind me. In the middle of the night, sometimes I'll just hear them open and close, open and close. I swear, sometimes it's like cats have thumbs. Like I was saying, I keep it strictly business, so although I do message some people, it's about OnlyFans, it's about the pictures that they want, it's about that. It's never, how was your day? How are you feeling? Because you are a client of my business. I try to keep it very business professional. A lot of people are asking how much I sell private photos for, how much should you charge for nudes, how do you gauge how much you sell your pictures for. I would say if you are doing explicit adult content, don't be afraid to charge on the higher end. That's your body. Is your body just worth 10 bucks? Like, no. So for me, private photos, depending on what they are, some of my cheaper bundles start from $50 to $80, and I always sell in bundles, never just one photo. So then you get more of your money's worth and you end up making more. And then if you do the math, it's like maybe like 10 or 20 bucks per photo, but because you're putting 5 photos into a bundle, it seems to work better that way. My cheaper bundles that I sell privately are like 50 to 80 bucks on the cheaper end, and then for the juicier stuff, it can range from 100 to 130. Right now though, I even have one that's 200 just because it's like, yeah. But don't be afraid, especially if you're doing very adult content. That's worth some big bucks. Don't sell yourself short on that. Kind of on the other end of this with like content that you post. Someone said, I also do nude-free content. What kind of poses do you do? And do your fans ever get tired of seeing like the same type of poses? I feel like I'll run out of things to do. How do you not run out of ideas for content? I totally relate to this. Sometimes when I'm taking photos, I feel like, oh, I've done this before, or like what can I do that's different? And the only way to really counteract this is to take more photos, to take them a lot. Get creative, and you don't even have to post them. Just get experience and then figure out what works best. I also am not afraid to try something that I've seen someone post on Instagram or another OnlyFans being like, oh, that's a good idea, I should try that. So I think just the more photos that you take, the more good photos that you end up with in the end that you can post. And then also whenever, especially now because it's summer, whenever I'm in a swimsuit or I bought a new shirt yesterday, it's so cute. You'll see it in a vlog soon, but it's definitely really see-through. So I was like, I should take some pics and see what I can get. But yeah, I think that will just help keep everything fresh. Someone asked, how did you promote the account to get the amount of followers so fast? I got super lucky with YouTube. I'm not kidding when I say that I posted my first OnlyFans video back in, I think, February, where I was like, I tried OnlyFans for a week and this is how much I made. I really thought that was all it was. I was like, okay, I've seen this going around the internet. I'll try it for a week. It'll make a fun video, and that's that. Most of my videos maybe got a couple hundred views, and if it really like took off over the amount of time, it might get a few thousand. I had no idea how well that video would do, and here I am 6 months later still on this platform that I was just trying out for a video. I will say I got super lucky with YouTube, and this is where I get most of my audience and engagement from, so thank you so much. Other than that, there are so many ways to promote. I have a video where I talk about tips on growing your audience, so make sure that you check that out. It's in the description bar down below. How do you deal with private requests for things that you don't want to send? I feel like saying no is a turnoff, and I don't want to lose fans. Great question. I totally relate to you. There have definitely been DMs of people asking for things that just there's no freaking way I will do. Don't be afraid to just say, no, I don't do that. Sometimes after I say this, they'll ask what type of content I do post, and then I'll send them that. So, you know, it is just a conversation to have, but never feel pressured. Never be afraid to say no. Oh my God. Don't be afraid to say no. And sometimes if the request seems super outrageous, it's probably because they've asked a lot of people and nobody's doing it. I've gotten a lot of people on my OnlyFans telling me, oh, you'd make so much more money if you went nude, blah, blah, blah. How do you deal with that? It annoys me so much. Honestly, just ignore it. Like, maybe be like, I'm flattered, thanks, but I'm doing just fine. I mean, obviously, yeah, I think if anyone's gonna do nude, you might be able to make more money, but definitely stick with what you're comfortable with. How do you start without having your parents find out about it? And do you send pictures all to the same people or different photos for different people? How often do you post? Okay, I'm just going to say this because you look so young in your profile. You have to be at least 18 to be on OnlyFans. I talk about this in, I think, my biggest mistakes that I made on OnlyFans video, which will also be down below and up above. But you can always use a stage name, always create accounts to follow that stage name or your fake name, have that separate identity, kind of Hannah Montana, Miley Stewart moment, you know? And you can totally stay completely anonymous if you set up a separate, almost like identity online. So that's definitely a way to keep it from your parents. Don't show your face, don't show any identifying tattoos, keep the background simple, so if it ever comes out, you can just say there's no way to prove that's me. Kind of hate that I'm giving that advice, but you know, whatever. A few people did ask about like, how do you withdraw the money into your bank account? Like, when can you? And having trouble with that. Oh my God! The money is pending for 7 days. After 7 days, it goes into your balance, which you can withdraw if you want. Withdrawing your money to your bank account takes 3 to 5 business days, just as it would for Venmo or your paycheck or any other transfer. Oh, I can't believe I didn't answer this earlier, but does OnlyFans get a portion of what you make? And what are things we can put on a tip menu? OnlyFans will take 20% of your gross earnings. It's kind of a lot, but you're still making money at the end of the day. It just hurts to look at how much you've actually made and then how much they've taken out. But hey, OnlyFans needs to make money too. As for a tip menu, I've never liked the idea of this. I know a lot of girls have a tip menu. Basically, a tip menu is like, if you tip $5, I'll do this. If you tip 10, I'll do this. I like to keep that more private in the DMs and specific to each individual. Oh my God, I completely forgot to answer the rest of the other girl's question. I just went on a rant about her parents finding out. Wow, I feel so scatterbrained. But going back to what the other question was about with like, do you send the same photo to everyone and what do you send and how often do you post? I have sets of bundles that are available. It's like a menu. So when people ask for private content, I'll give them some options and they will choose from it. And then the last question, do you still do shoutouts? How do I grow my subscribers? Promote, promote, promote. I have a video, like I mentioned, about all the different ways that I've learned to promote my content, but if you can, on anything and everything, just keep promoting. And then to answer your question, yes, I do still offer shoutouts. Don't be afraid to DM me on Instagram or Twitter. I think that's the best place to find me for shoutouts, and we can get that set up. But those are all of the questions that I've received about OnlyFans. If you have any more that I did not address in this video, definitely leave them in the comments down below and I'll answer them there for you. But thank you so much for watching this. I really do hope that it helped. All of the links to more videos about OnlyFans, my merch, and my OnlyFans itself will be in the description bar as well, so don't forget to check those out. And then make sure you're subscribed because I have so many more ideas for OnlyFans related videos that I will be posting shortly that you do not want to miss. But I really appreciate you watching this video. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Don't forget to check out my merch and use OnlyFans coupon code for 20% off. I'll see you next week with my new video. Bye! Want to say bye, Luna? Oh, she's taking a bath. I was so hurt and upset that I never gave him another chance.